It is time for our daily visit with, not daily, but monthly visit with Mark Hilliard, the president of the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce. Probably feels like daily. It goes quickly, doesn't it?
Months have been going by very quick, yes.
Yeah. So you have been installed now for about 5 of them as the president of the Chamber of Commerce. How are things going?
They're going very well. I mean, it's a busy time of year, and I've kind of taken over the job at a busy time for Indiana County with
sure have.
A lot of the workforce needs that we already have, plus the urban coming in. So it's quite a busy time right now.
You've got some big events coming up too.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about the Hall of Fame, which is coming up on June 6th, and we still have we have tickets left. You can usually get those until close to the event on June 6th, but that's at the KCAC. That's one of our 2 big events of the year. A lot of people say it's one of the nicer events that we do throughout Indiana County throughout the year. It's a great meal, great opportunity to network, and certainly a lot of Indiana County's leaders paying tribute to past leaders and community leaders and business leaders in the county. So it's a great event, and we're honoring some great people with Edward Bennett, Andrew Stahura, Tom Zaucha, Charles Ultimus, and of course Tony Renda. Yeah. So it's a great event this year, and we're hoping that people continue to buy tickets, and it's shaping up to be a really nice event.
One of the interesting things about that event to me is that often the honorees include posthumous honorees, and we get a chance to revisit their life stories and their role in the building of Indiana County, and of course people who are still active in the business community. And so the stories that get tossed around at that event are tremendous.
Yeah, it's been great. We have 2 members who have been deceased, and their family will be there to represent them, and 3 that are still active in the community doing various things. And what's great about that is from my seat is we've been working on these biographies that they're going to be part of the video tributes to these individuals. We've been working on those for weeks and in some cases months. And it's a great little look back at history, not just with these individuals, but as you're doing research and finding out a lot about what how this community and how this county was built. When you look back into the 20s and 30s, and it's very interesting to see all the hands that were involved with helping to make Indiana County what it is.
Absolutely. So folks can still get tickets. How do they do that?
They can contact the Chamber office. It's 465-2511 and reserve a seat, a table. Still get sponsorships as well, but they can still contact us and pretty much any time up until the day of the event. I'd recommend waiting until maybe a week before the event so that we don't make Jill over at the office pull her hair out. But so but we can still get tickets right now.
June 6th, KCAC.
Yes, Thursday, June 6th at the KCAC.
Begins at what time?
The cocktail hour will begin at 5:30.
There you go. There you go. All right, so that's one thing on your agenda. Of course, you mentioned workforce development and workforce issues here in Indiana County. I know that's something that must constantly be worked on now. It used to be try to find businesses that can come in and offer jobs. Now we've got businesses that are really begging for people to come work for them. How's that going? How's that arena?
It's good, but it's not an easy fix. And we want to make sure that we let everyone know as well, because we do hear this a good bit. It's great that Urban's coming, but our focus isn't just Urban Outfitters. We have a lot of businesses here who have been around for a long time, and they have workforce needs too. So we're working on that for everyone, not just to try to fill the jobs Urban needs, but to fill the jobs Indiana County needs. And they're likely not all going to come from Indiana County. We would love to have people come in and move into Indiana County because it's a great place to live and work and fill those jobs. But we're working on a lot of issues that have been brought up in the business education summits. There were 2 of them last year. We're looking to schedule another one for August of this year. But we're waiting because we have a program that we're working on with the school districts that's more of a soft skills type of program. And soft skills is one of the areas that was brought up multiple times throughout the business education summits by the schools and by the employers, that was an area that they felt a lot of candidates were lacking. And it really impacted being able to keep employees because they were lacking a lot of the skills that they needed to be able to be a quality employee that could be a consistently good employee. So we've been working with the superintendents and the guidance counselors at the chamber office, and we brought in some of the HR people from some of the businesses around the community to put together a program that we're hoping to talk more about here in the next month or so, that we'll have the details finalized. And then in August, when we meet prior to the start of the school year, we'll be able to kind of unveil that program and have that in all the county school districts that would be helping to provide those soft skills for some of these individuals as they get ready to graduate and hopefully become quality members of the workforce.
If you had a jigsaw puzzle and each puzzle was an issue that has to do with employment or business in Indiana County, and you tossed them all out there and hadn't put the puzzle together yet, you would think that would be the one, the soft skills puzzle piece would be the one that would be the easiest one to fit in. And yet, because of the way that society is today, the way that the world has the position at which we put ourselves, those are the skills that we lack so often, and it's puzzling.
It's amazing.
Puzzling, get it? Puzzling.
Very nice. It's amazing because I keep saying this when I talk to people, that you would think that those are the skills that would be common sense, and a lot of those things, that's for a lot of generations, that's just what they were brought up with. But I always say, I'm raising 4 boys, and I like to think that my wife and I are good parents to them, but we're not with them 24 hours a day, and it's a different world we live in. So the way that they communicate outside of our home, on the bus, at school, and sporting events, it's a different world. And we have to do a better job, whether it's as parents, but also in the schools, to be able to help make sure that this isn't just background noise for the kids. They understand that, you got to show up to a job interview. If you can't make it, you have to call in and let them know. You have to make sure you're at work. If your employer tells you to stay off your cell phone, you got to stay off your cell phone. It doesn't mean that you got to get defensive and think that they're trying to be mean to you. There's such a thing as productivity, and it's just amazing in the world of work that we live in that there's still a lot of individuals who they don't pay attention to punctuality or discipline and being able to follow directions. Very simple things, but it really is impacting, and it's not just 1 or 2 businesses. I can't tell you how many businesses talk about those issues, and it's not just the kids. It's people who've been out of school for a while now.
It's responding and replying to emails and things of that nature.
That's correct, yeah.
All right, so those are soft skills that we're talking about here this morning. In terms of other events other than the Hall of Fame, what else do you have coming up?
Well, this Saturday we have the annual Paddle and Picnic, which is done to the Blairsville Community Group, the community development group down in Blairsville. But it's a great event from Robinson to Blairsville, where we have a little picnic afterwards, a little business after hours. But I'm looking forward to that, getting on kayaks and being able to...
Heading down Pack Saddle,
yes.
Are you?
So we're going to be doing that, and we only have a couple of days left today and tomorrow to be able to reserve spots. So that is one that if you're interested in doing that, and I would highly recommend it if you're a chamber member to come out and do that, because it is a great event, and those who have done it have said that's one of the most beautiful areas that you can't access via any road. You have to do it by kayak. So it should be a great event, and we'll have a little picnic afterwards in Blairsville, and we'll have a good time. So contact the chamber office again if you want to RSVP. You don't have to own a kayak. You can rent them. Having
grown up there and having spent a whole lot of time on that river, in that exact area, I can tell you they're right. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I grew up there when the Conemaugh was orange at the time. Now it's nice and clean and clear, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Of course, you've got business after hours events. You've got all of those sorts of things on the schedule as well. Where can people learn about those? Well, they can get on our website. We'll mention we have one this Thursday at the Eberly College of Business and IUP campus. So they can still RSVP to that as well. But they can get on our website. Our website is being redone, so some of the information is, if you scroll too far through the website, then it is a work in progress, because we have a brand new website that's going to be coming online here shortly. But if you want to get on our website, you can, or contact the chamber office at all. And we always, if you follow us on Facebook at all, you'll be able to see we usually do teaser videos talking about some of the events that we have coming up. So you can check that out as well. Good stuff. Mark Hilliard, thanks so much for coming in. Thanks, Todd. We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.